Time and then swing, bebop, and beyond. There's so much to learn and so much to love, so much to celebrate with this glorious music called jazz. So go to a jazz concert, learn how to dance to jazz. But whatever you do this month and every month, enjoy jazz. Made in America, enjoyed worldwide.
Most people out here think that taking care of one another is important. And most people would step up for a neighbor going through a tough time. Most people around here help out friends and family when they need it. But the funny thing is, most of us won't look for help when we need it. Talk to someone if you're struggling with mental health, because most people out here really care. Find more information at loveyourmindtoday.org. That's loveyourmindtoday.org. Brought to you by the Huntsman Mental Health Institute and the Ad Council.
Tune in this Friday, May 3rd at 4 p.m. for a special conversation on being biracial. This conversation features podcast hosts Darylise Lyons and Malcolm Burnley and moderated by WURD's own general manager, Ashanti Martin. This will be a provocative discussion about identity, belonging, and a variety of biracial and multiracial experiences. That's a special broadcast on Being Biracial, Friday, May 3rd at 4 p.m. only on WURD, Progressive Black Talk Media. Celebrating Black excellence worldwide and bringing joy and power to the people. This is WURD 900 AM and 96.1 FM, Philadelphia. Streaming online on wordradio.com and the Word Radio app. The views and opinions expressed by the guests, listeners, and hosts of any program on Word Radio do not necessarily reflect those of the ownership, management, or advertisers of this station.
I'm simply saying that life finds a way.
All right, people. Write something on the board. Let's spell it. First letter.
L O G.
What's that? What?
It's time. It's time to have real, honest, open, difficult, and inspiring conversations. It's time for Love and Life on WURD, Progressive Black Talk Media.
Well, hey there, family. Hello. Hello and welcome. Welcome to this terrific Tuesday that is here at Love and Life with Carol Riddick, right here on WURD, Progressive Black Talk Media, on air and online at wordradio.com. Y'all, listen, I was talking with you yesterday about the heat, and I was asking you yesterday if you all had decided to turn your air on. Well, I was so stubborn about that daggone heat and not turning my air on and refusing to do so. When I tell you that I almost evaporated last night, when I tell you I was still so stubborn. Okay. I hope you all made out much better than I did. I said, stubborn, just stubborn. In any event, how are you making out today? And how did you make out yesterday and last night? I hope you were not as stubborn as I was. Family, listen, check in. Let me know. Let me know if you're joining us by way of socials. Let us know by sharing a comment or a few. You can even give us a call. You know, you can do that by dialing 215-634-8065. You can even call us toll free at 1-866-361-0900. You know, we love it when you say hello. We love the love that you share anyway. you care to share it. So it's time for today's Black History 365 moment. Today's Black History 365 moment is about Robert Louis Johnson. That's right. Robert Louis Johnson became the first Black billionaire. When he sold the cable network, he founded BET, Black Entertainment Television, in 2001. He is also I should say, he also became the first Black majority owner of a major American professional sports franchise when the NBA Board of Governors granted him the expansion Charlotte NBA franchise on January 10th, 2003, when he also assumed ownership of the WNBA's Charlotte Sting. Family, that is today's Black History 365 moment. Oh, I see. Family, I see you responding. Y'all, I'm telling you, you would have laughed at me last night. It was really a situation comedy in my house. Okay. It really was. Malcolm is checking in. He shares that he's watching and listening from West Mount Airy. You know, we love it. We love that you are. And Nasir is checking in as well. Nasir Butler, he shares peace and blessings. He said he turned his air on yesterday and he had it on today too. Well, guess what? I turned it on today. Y'all, I'm okay. So you all have heard me talk about my fur child, Chloe. When I tell you Chloe came to me with her tongue hanging out and she had these eyes saying, please, mom, please. Just turn the air on. I couldn't resist. So yeah, I did it today. I did. Willie Matthew Williams. Hey there, Boop. He's checking in and he shares that he's sending love and life to the entire family. And Tigressa said, I ain't ready. I am not me. I wasn't. Well, no, that's a lie. I thought I wasn't ready. Okay. I thought I was not ready, but I was crying last night. And hello there, beautiful. And Eric is checking in as well. He shares that he hopes that everybody is enjoying this thankful and terrific Tuesday. I love it. I love it. I love it. I want to send some birthday wishes to all of our love lights who are celebrating a birthday as we send you all celebratory love and hugs. That's right. And you know, I've not forgotten you. I have not, and I never will. Especially if your light is shining even just the lightest bit dimly today. I'm sending you extra love and hugs on behalf of the entire tribe and village, your tribe and village, just so that you know you are not alone. You hear me? You've got support right here. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. Yes, oh family, I see you continuing to comment. Ayatunde is with me. Ayatunde Garrett shares, I had to give in. I had to give in. Me too. Me too. I hated it. And Malcolm says, I am not ready. Y'all, I wanted this warmth so badly. I thought I was so ready for it. And here we had a little warmth yesterday and I couldn't handle it. I couldn't take it. Struggled. Okay. But y'all hear me. I'm blaming it on Chloe. I'm blaming it on my baby. When she came to me panting today, tongue hanging, I said, all right, all right, all right. I had to give in. I had to give in. So listen, when I tell you that I want to know how you're doing and how you're making out, I mean it. You know I say it typically at the beginning of the show, but before I introduce you to our guest in this hour, I really do want to know, how is everybody doing? Are you well? Is everything good? Let me know that it's good. Let me know. I mean it now. I mean it. You can give me a call. For those of you who want to do so, I'm going to tell you again, the number is 215-634-8065. Or you can even call toll free, and that number is 1-866-361-0900. That's right. I want to know. I see one of our family members is on the phone line checking in. Hi there, and thank you so much for calling.
Hey, Friendly Fred, what's up, Carl?
Friendly Fred, how are you?
I'm doing great at work, family. I'm smiling since you made me smile.
Good.
Yeah. But anyway, I just want to say, crying is a normal human response to a whole range of emotions that has a number of health and social benefits, including pain relief and self-smoothing effects. However, if crying happens frequently and uncontrollably or for no reason, it could be a sign of depression. Now, grief gives 100 reasons to cry. Hope gives you 1,000 reasons to smile. Joy gives you 1,000,000 reasons to laugh. And love
Mhm.
gives you billions of reasons to rejoice. The whole world is in your smile. The universe in your laughter, and joy is God's smile, and love is God's laughter. And then this one thing I want to read this over what I wrote. I just want to say, I just wanted to talk to you. I know you have children and you're single, and our children need father figures, and I need you. And it will be so beautiful and love and understanding. I'm so lonely. You are not alone. I am here with you, and our children are so beautiful. A loving father. And I had to share that. I feel good. I just felt lonely, so I wrote that.
Oh, that was a hug to my heart, friendly Fred.
Thank
That
you.
really was. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. So much. Oh, now y'all know I'm one big teardrop. I tell y'all that all the time. I'm so sensitive. I am one big teardrop. Um, Fred, see how y'all get me. So I'm going to let you know who our guest is in this hour as I pivot, because I also want you to meet her. She's an extraordinary woman, and she's a love light as well. Um, we're having she's having a technical issue on her end. So when she pops back, I'm going to bring her into the room, but I'm going to tell you who she is in the meantime. Her name is Thelma Wright. Now, you heard me say, "Hey, Thelma," because she popped in to visit us last week when we had another guest on. But Thelma Wright is an author. She's a speaker. She's a mentor, and she has a self published memoir titled With Eyes from Both Sides, Living My Life in and Out of the Game. When I tell you this book, it's a powerful, captivating, but cautionary tale. It's a story of survival. Thelma's been featured on two docu-series on BET Plus, American Gangster, Trap Queens, and Game. Yeah, okay. Let me get that right. It was American Gangster. The name of the episode was Trap Queens. That's what it was, and Game. That's what it was. So her story is about how she went from being a suburban housewife to a drug queenpin in less than 5 years. I can't wait for her to share this tale, um, so she can talk with us about transitioning, about navigating, about life. Because I don't know about you, but that's a whole lot. That's a whole lot of life, wouldn't you say? I'd say that's a whole lot of life. So while Thelma is working out her technical issue, I'm going to jump on over to some other things. Um, I do want to share with you, I've been telling you about the heat. How about yesterday was a record-setting day? We had record-setting heat yesterday. Philadelphia hits its first 90-degree day in April since 2009. And here I was in here being stubborn, refusing to turn the air on. We hit a record. Oh my goodness. I said, when I read that today, I said, "No, see, you should have spontaneously combusted. That's what you should have done in a record-setting day." In any event, I'm going to share with you some other things that I wrote. Did you know that Dave and Buster's will soon allow customers to bet on arcade games? Did you read that? Did you read that? I said, "What? Why? Wasn't it fun enough? Wasn't it fun enough? Do you find that of interest at all? Do you think that'll be interesting? First of all, how many of you go to Dave and Buster's? And if you do, is that something in which you have an interest in betting on your game? I don't know. 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 Um, what else did I see today? I saw some other things. The USDA. Now, for those of you who are meat eaters, now Malcolm, I know you were talking about cooking your steak one of those nights or something like that. I read this. I thought of you. The USDA says it is testing beef for the H5N1 bird flu virus. Y'all, It reads, food safety officials say that they are testing beef, including ground beef from grocery stores, for the presence of the H5N1 bird flu virus that's spreading in dairy cattle. The United States Department of Agriculture said on yesterday, that it is conducting 3 separate beef safety studies. Y'all, you hear? Okay. It reads, the agency is sampling ground beef purchased at grocery stores in states where dairy cattle have tested positive for the H5N1 avian influenza virus. It is also taking samples of muscle tissue from sick cows that have been culled from their herd. Now, y'all know we've been talking about eating healthy. We've been talking about trying to do better with our already existing diets. Well, when I saw that, and I'm not a big meat eater, but when I saw that, I said, they don't have to worry about me. They don't have to worry about me. Give me all the roughage. Give me all the, oh, how about I ordered my seeds? Y'all know I wanted to tell you. So I ordered some seeds. Y'all know I'm going to plant. I told you that I had some, and I did, but I changed my mind about what I want to plant. So I'm going to start my garden. You know, I am going to take photos and a little video to share with you. But I ordered black kale. I ordered carrots. I ordered the gold carrots, the orange, of course, and the purple ones. I ordered beets because I love beets. I could eat beets breakfast, lunch, and dinner. I ordered beets. I ordered some herbs. I ordered so much. I cannot wait. I ordered kale. They had black kale. I said, I have to try this. I ordered kale. So I cannot wait for my seeds to come in. Y'all know, y'all have no idea how excited I am. I'm excited on this. Malcolm, I see you. You were talking about eating that steak. Now, I thought about you when I read that article. I said, well, I've got to tell them about this H5N1 bird flu virus that they think is in our, that they're suspecting is in a lot of the food and the steak. Be careful, y'all. I say it every day, but be careful. I see some more family members are checking in. Hi there, Cheryl Brown. She says, good evening to all of the family. Good evening to you as well. And Nasir, in response to my comment about Dave and Buster's, he shares, I take the kids to Dave and Buster's, but I will not be betting. The grandkids, he shares. He cleans it up. He's the grandkids. But I thought Dave and Buster's was already fun. We play skee ball. We ride on a little motorcycle. We don't they have bowling at some of them? Like, what will we bet? How are we betting? What are we doing? How are we betting? In any event, until our guest rectifies the technical issue that she's having, I'm talking with you. I want to know what's going on with you. I'm doing all the talking right now, but I want to talk with you. So give me a call, 215-634-8065, or call me toll free at 1-866-361-0900. Tell me what's on your mind. Tell me what's going on with you and for you. Now, we talked about this heat. We talked about that. But tell me what's going on with you and for you, because you know I want to know. Oh, I read the other day that there was a 2.9 magnitude aftershock that was reported in New Jersey the other day. Did anybody see that story? It read that the U.S. Geological Survey reported that there was a 2.9 magnitude aftershock in Somerset County. That's not that far away. It happened on Saturday morning. So that's just a few days ago. Y'all, when I tell you, here we go. We've got these earthquakes. We've got aftershocks continuing. There's a lot going on. Eric is commenting. He shares, oh, you're doing the whole summer lineup. Yes, I am. Eric, you have no idea how excited I am. Like, I ordered so much. So I'm a big tea person. So I ordered some mint. I'm going to plant some mint as well because I love mint tea. It's one of my favorites. But the herbs, I ordered. What did I order? I ordered so much. I ordered mint. I ordered lavender. I ordered so much, y'all. I'm curious to know, because there's so many of you that are planting as well. I know, Eric, you do. What else what are you all planting? What are you planting? Tell me. Well, it seems that Thelma is joining us on the phone lines. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to switch. Since I see you guys are being awfully quiet tonight, we're going to switch and bring Thelma in on the phone line. Once again, family, I welcome you to the conversation with Thelma Wright. Hi there, Thelma.
Hi, Carol. How you doing?
I am doing wonderfully. Let me tell you something. I saw you in the background. I was so excited to see you. And then I said, oh, no, she left.
Oh, you saw me. I didn't know if you could see me.
Yes, I guess. Yes, I sure could. If you want to try it again, I'm open to that. You should look. I saw you.
I'm trying to go back to it now.
Okay.
I think I go to Word Live. I think that's where you saw me before.
Okay. I did send a link as well. And family, bear with us because we're trying to make this work.
It only worked on my phone. On my desktop computer, like I can see you right now, but
okay.
I don't think you could see me. So that's why I ended up calling in.
Nope. I could see you the last 2 times you logged in, though. I saw you and I wasn't sure if that was, I could. Well, listen, what we'll do, because in a moment we're going to take a commercial break and we can try it during commercial break. We'll do that. But for now, I want the family to get to know you. I've introduced you. I told them that you are an author, you are a speaker, you are a mentor. You are a woman, you are a Renaissance woman, if you will. And I want them to hear all about your story.
Okay, sounds good.
Yes. So
I'm frustrated because I couldn't see this. I usually do either Teams or Zoom.
mm-hmm.
I've only done the StreamYard with you that last time when Fred was on, and I, was doing it through my phone, but I prefer when I do interviews to do it on the computer, but it's okay.
This is what we'll do. Because we're going to take a commercial break. And Thelma, you and I'm going to ask you to try that link again that I sent you.
Okay.
We're going to do that during the commercial. Family, listen, stay with us while we work these kinks out. You hear me? Because we're going to get Thelma in this room. All right. The devil will never win. We'll take a short commercial break, but we will be right back.
Hey there, this is Tech Life Steph, and I want you to join me for a special Philly Tech Week event hosted by Word Radio, Diverse Force, and P4 Hub. On Wednesday, May 8th, I'll be moderating a conversation called Artificial Intelligence, Black Realities. This panel and tech networking event are taking place from 6 to 9 p.m. at P4 Hub, 4537 Wayne Avenue, Suite 202 in Philadelphia. We'll examine the impact of AI on Black communities and explore what opportunities and challenges this technology presents. We'll focus on how AI can reinforce systemic racism, but also how AI literacy can empower us as a community. You do have to register for this event. Go to wordradio.com/techweek to reserve your free tickets. This event is a part of Philly Tech Week and brought to you by Comcast, Pico, and the Pennsylvania Lottery. Hope to see you there.
Children's Hospital of Philadelphia applies its expertise beyond its hospital walls to strengthen the health and well-being of children and families in the region. Through its supplier diversity program, CHOP collaborates with local entrepreneurs that mirror the diversity of its employees, patient families, and the communities it serves every day. CHOP has tripled the amount it spends with diversity companies in just 3 years and plans for future growth and more opportunities for diverse business owners. Here are participants in CHOP's Supplier Diversity Program help deliver breakthroughs every day at community.chop.edu.
Hi, I'm Ryan Blaney, a third-generation race car driver, and we dedicate a lot of our time to going as fast as possible. My grandpa Lou is the reason why my dad and I started racing, and I'm really proud to follow in his tracks. But when my grandpa was diagnosed with Alzheimer's, it was a very unexpected bump in the road for us. I've learned a lot on this journey with my grandpa Lou, and the memories of my grandpa will always be with me. It's important to notice if older family members are acting differently, experiencing problems with their memory, or having trouble with routine tasks. Talking about Alzheimer's can be really tough, but if you notice something, have a conversation with your loved one. Encourage them to see a doctor or offer to go with them. Early detection of Alzheimer's can give your family time to explore support services, make a plan for the future, and access available treatments. The Alzheimer's Association provides care, support, and research to help you take control of the situation with your family and manage the disease together. If you or your family are noticing changes, it could be Alzheimer's. Talk about seeing a doctor together. Visit alz.org/time to talk. A message from the Alzheimer's Association and the Ad Council.
Tune in to Eco Word Magazine, hosted by POC, the first Friday at 10 a.m. for the PA Lottery Eco Word Fact of the Month. Brought to you by PA Lottery, benefiting older Pennsylvanians every day.
It's too black, which means it's too strong.
We're celebrating Black influence and Black excellence worldwide on the home of progressive Black talk media, WURD.
You're listening to Love and Life with Carol Riddick on WURD, Progressive Black Talk Media.
Well, hey there, family. Welcome back. You are tuned in to Love and Life with Carol Riddick right here on WURD. When I tell you we were trying to do all kinds of things during this commercial break, Thelma is here with us, family. So without further ado, I welcome you to the conversation with the one and only Thelma Wright. Hey there, beautiful. There we are. Thelma, can you hear me? Can you hear me well? She can't hear me. Look, okay. The devil is not going to win tonight. When I tell you, nope, we're not going to. Can you hear me, Thelma? Family, we are going to continue trying to work this out. I don't know what is going on tonight. The devil doesn't want this to happen. When I tell you, he ain't gonna win this fight. He can't. That's when you know it's real. He ain't gonna win this fight. And so while we work this out, I was asking you before if you were growing anything. I was curious to know what you were doing with your gardens at home. Thelma can't hear me. Thelma can't hear me. She doesn't look like you can't hear me. There we have it. Okay. All right. Well, I'm going to ask Thelma to go back to the phone line because we were able to hear her that way. So this is what I'll do. Here we are. There we are. Okay, what kind of Tuesday? What is happening right now? What is happening today, y'all? It's all right. It is all right. We did see her, so you were able to see her. And Ms. Rosalind said, we see her in spirit. That's right. We sure do. We see her in spirit. So I'm going to ask her to call on the phone line. But in the meantime, I see that Thelma's still trying to work this out. Can you hear me now, Thelma? Can you hear me now, Thelma? Can you hear me now?
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Finally.
Wait, family, let me tell you something. I was over here. I'm pushing buttons. I'm clicking and clacking and whatnot. And I'm trying to talk with you so you don't think I've lost every bit of the little piece of mind that I have left. And I'm trying to, to make notations and everything to Thelma. And but now we have Thelma. Family, I welcome you to the conversation with Thelma Wright. Yay!
Thank you, Carol, for your patience. Technical difficulties.
Listen, where would we be without them? That's the world in which we live right now, right? That is the world in which we live.
Exactly.
Oh, that is the world in which we live. Well, so okay, Thelma, I know since we have some an abbreviated amount of time, I want to jump right in. Can you share with our family members from where you come, where you were born and raised and all of that good stuff?
Yes.
For those who are unaware.
So, as yourself, I am from South Philly, born and raised South Philly. And I attended Catholic school, St. Rita, St. Charles, St. Maria Goretti. I graduated from Goretti 1974. And my roots are just all South Philly. Definitely South Philly. Yeah.
I was sharing with our family a little bit of your bio, and I was sharing with them about your self-published memoir. And I was telling them um, that when we were able to have a conversation with you, that I was going to ask you, now it's going to be quickly, about how you were able to navigate, how you were able to transition, and just move forward with your life. So if you wouldn't mind, if you could start first with telling us why you felt compelled to write the book with eyes from both sides.
Well, my desire to write the book was from different stories being told that really were not the truth about what happened to my husband, the life that we lived together, those type of things. So I decided, because it was heavy on my heart, and after speaking with my son about it, and he felt as though it was good for me to do it, I decided to write the book. And surprisingly, the book took off. It's still selling. It's doing very well, and it's been out since 2011. And so at the time when I wrote the book, I was working for a nonprofit organization in Philly, and I was their property manager for single mothers who are heads of household with their children. And in working in that environment, I worked there from 2009 to 2013. It gave me an opportunity to see the damage that the drugs had done, the other side of the life. I had been on the side of selling drugs, but I had never really interacted with people who had suffered through the drug epidemic. And so I got a chance to really see, and in seeing that and talking with the women and working with the women, I felt as though it was a need for my book to tell my story.
Sure.
Because I don't look like what I've been through, thank God. And so I wanted these women to know that I understood that, that I had been through my own situation, not with the use of drugs, but around the drug, people selling drugs, myself selling drugs, being around that environment. I got a chance to see both sides. And really, that's where I came up with the title, With Eyes from Both Sides, because it gave me, living the life that I lived. It was like I was living a double life. And so, that's where that title comes from, living my, with eyes from both sides, living my life and out of the game, because, you're basically living a double life. I'm raising a son as a single mother after my husband's demise, attending soccer games and basketball games, at his school, which was a private school, and then living that life and doing what I was doing in the dark. You know what I'm saying? So it's definitely a story that I felt as though needed to be told, but not glorified. I wanted people to understand, what I myself had been through. I wanted them to hear it straight from me, straight from the
Sure.
horse's mouth, exactly what went on.
Was it a life of fear during that time?
Early on, when Jackie and I were together, no, I was not living in fear or anything. Basically, we had a pretty good life together. It got crazy, toward the end for him. In 1985, things began to change, for him and his business. And that's when he sent my son and I away. We actually went away January 3rd, 1986 to Los Angeles because there was a drug war that had erupted in the city. And so, he came through that war only to be killed 8 months, actually, 8 months later. And then I stepped in, but pretty much by default, lap. And then I stepped in and took it over. But I hadn't really thought about it, I hadn't really given it a lot of thought. I should have, because it's probably, if I had, I wouldn't have done it,
Okay.
but I was young, I was fearless, and I felt like it was an opportunity for me to try to, make as much money as I could to provide for my son and myself.
Right.
You know what I mean? It wasn't something that I knew I wasn't going to be a Jackie Wright. I wasn't trying to be in it like that. I wasn't trying to have workers and be on corners and things like that. It was about survival. It was about me surviving as now a single woman with a child.
That's, when you said that, my first thought was, well, you went into survival mode. You went into mommy mode. Look, mommy mode really kicked in. I've got a
Exactly.
child that I have to take care of, and loose ends that I had to tie up, and that was the most logical thing for you at that time, to move in that way. So I'm curious to know, well, how old was your son when your husband died?
When my husband died, my son was 3.
Oh, he was a baby
He was
baby.
a baby, yeah, and he turned 4 that following month. So Jackie died technically August 7th, 1986, and my son turned 4 September 19th of 86.
Wow. Oh, yeah. So yeah, you weren't thinking about anybody but your
No,
baby. Yeah.
exactly.
And
Exactly.
that makes sense. What was life like for you and your young son immediately after the death of your husband?
Well, it was it was difficult for me at first because there was a lot of things that I had not done without Jackie. Things
Right.
I didn't know that I could do, like just the simple things like going to dinner by myself or going to a movie or, making decisions in the household that I hadn't made before by myself. So it was different, and it was an adjustment, you know what I
Mhm.
mean? It was adjustment. And then as my son started to get, grow and get involved in athletics and sports and things, I would yearn for Jackie because I knew he would have been so proud of my son and so excited to see, because we used to always talk about giving him a good life, giving him a better life, and keeping him away from the street. So, Jackie, his intentions was to try to stack as much as he could so he could walk away from that life. He didn't want to stay in that life forever. You know
Mhm.
what I mean? He knew eventually that, he could go to jail or possibly get killed.
Right.
So, his intentions was to try to get out. So it was difficult, but I had to adjust. I didn't have a choice. I had to really adjust. I had to get in, I had to stay safe, and I had to make sure that I kept my son safe.
Oh my Lord. So during that time, because that sounds like, okay, was that a life of fear when you were immediately after Jackie's death, and here you are, you have your baby, this you have this toddler for whom you're caring, and now you've taken over the business. Like, how did you navigate that?
You know what I did? I stayed. I was on the East Coast for a while because I bought a home. I was in the process of buying a home before Jackie passed away, and I
Okay.
went ahead after he died. I went ahead and I bought the home in New Jersey, and we probably stayed in that house maybe about 6 months or so. I wasn't comfortable, but I didn't
Okay.
want to sell the home, so I asked my parents to come, and stay in the home until I could kind of figure things out. And I went back to the West Coast. So I was very comfortable as long as I was on the West Coast because I knew, if people were looking for me, they couldn't find me there. California is so big. You and I both
Right.
could be there at the same time and never see each other. You know what I mean? And
True.
so I didn't live in fear. I just tried to be careful. It
Okay.
was it was more so about being careful because I knew I didn't want to go to jail. I knew I didn't want to get caught. So
Mhm.
it wasn't about me, running around telling people or trying to be that girl.
Mhm.
I
Mhm.
definitely wasn't trying to be that girl. I was trying to be quiet with it, and I
Sure.
tried to be very, very low key. I only dealt with people that I knew,
Mhm.
people who had been doing business with my husband prior to me. Those were the people that I started off with. So I began to get comfortable. I began to get it and get comfortable. And then Auntie, who was my husband's connect, she was right there with me. You know what I mean? So,
Okay.
she was my confidant. She was the person that guided and directed me. So I knew I was safe with her.
So um for how long were you living this lifestyle before you decided to make the transition to come out of living that life altogether?
I was in that game for just a little bit under 5 years.
Oh,
A little bit under five
and
years. Yep.
during those times, that was, like you said, there was a lot going on, Thelma.
Yes,
Thelma.
it was a lot going on. I mean, I was making a lot of money, and you know what? I felt very free during that time.
Okay.
In being with Jackie, even though he wasn't controlling, he wasn't the type that, oh, you can't go here, you can't do this, you can't do that. He wasn't that way. He had his ways about him, but what I discovered, when Jackie passed away and I started making the moves I was doing, like I said, I became more empowered because I could do what I wanted to do for myself. I didn't have to consult with anyone about what I wanted to do, what I wanted. My money was my own money, you know what I mean? So my main focus was to make sure that my son was safe. So as long as he was safe, then I could do what I needed to do. So I traveled a lot from the East Coast to the West Coast, back and forth. I made a lot of good connections because I had my sportswear company as well. So I was trying to clean up the money through the sportswear company. And then I started producing comedy shows. I tried to find ways, you know what I mean, to justify the money that I was making. Legitimate. That was what I really wanted to do.
Many questions. I'm looking at the time. Hey there, family. For those of you who have just joined us, welcome. You are tuned in to Love and Life with Carol Riddick right here on WURD. We are finally talking with Thelma Wright. Yes, we are. Yes, we are. And we're talking about her life. We're talking about her legacy. We're talking about it all. Yes, we are. What we're going to do is take a short commercial break. I see that there are some comments and there is a question on our socials. When we come back from commercial break, I'm going right there. That's where I'm going. I'm going right to you so we can share what you're sharing with us. Family, stay with us because we are coming right back.
Stay connected on the go with the new and improved Word Radio app. Search Word Radio in your app store. Stream every show with increased clarity. Easily access Word TV, EcoWord, and Livelihood. Start or renew your 4-Word membership and buy Word swag. Remember, Black Media Matters. Get the new and improved Word Radio app today. Available on Google Play and the Apple App Store.
Word Radio Digital Tip of the Month is brought to you by Comcast.
Learning something new is challenging at any age, but learning about technology can be especially challenging for seniors. Cyber Seniors is an organization that enlists volunteers to help senior citizens learn all about tech. There are daily webinars on cybersecurity, social media, or just tech basics. And there are even exercise webinars too. Every week, Cyber Seniors hosts a tech drop-in where you can hop on the webinar and ask any tech question you have. And if you need more help, you can schedule a one-on-one call with a volunteer. There are so many benefits of the internet and technology, like staying connected with family and friends, communicating with your doctors, shopping, and a lot more. And now you don't have to be left out just because you're a little older. Visit www.cyberseniors.org to check out all they have to offer. Stay tuned to WURD for more tips and stay connected with us at wordradio.com.
Staying active and healthy as we age starts with strong bones. To keep your bones strong, you need calcium, vitamin D, and regular exercise. A bone density test called DEXA helps detect low bone mass and bone disease called osteoporosis. If you're 65 or older, Medicare provides free bone density tests every 2 years. Ask your doctor to schedule yours. For more information on how to be bone strong, visit pathtogoodbonehealth.org.
The job search can be a difficult and frustrating process. Word's Livelihood initiative was designed to help you find the right opportunity for your next professional move. Check out these recent job openings posted on the Livelihood job board at wordworks.com. The Public Health Management Corporation is hiring for several exciting roles, including youth case managers, a behavioral health coordinator, and a part-time youth ally. For more information on these jobs and others, go to wordworks.com and learn more about the Livelihood initiative. Brought to you by Word Radio. Progressive. Black Talk Media.
We're celebrating Black influence and Black excellence worldwide on the home of progressive Black Talk Media, WURD.
Let me tell you something, and don't you ever forget it.
that success is nothing without someone you love to share it with.
You're listening to Love and Life with Carol Riddick on WURD, Progressive Black Talk Media.
Welcome back, family. You are tuned in to Love and Life with Carol Riddick right here on WURD. We are talking with Thelma Wright in this hour, and she's sharing with us about her story, about her journey. She's telling us about it all. I did share with you before the commercial break that I was going to go to our socials and see what you were talking about. Malcolm shares, I saw a video on YouTube about Thelma Wright. He shares, those were some wild times. Thelma, he shares, I know your head was on a swivel at all times. And Elaine Titus, she shares, Thelma is such an amazing woman. Yes, she is. Yes, she is. She is. And Alfred is sharing that he's joining us. Well, welcome, Alfred. Alfred Evans, that is. Eric shares, good evening, Thelma Wright. Welcome to the WURD platform. Your story sounds like a page out of the life of Cookie Lyons. My question is, what drove you to change your life and your ways? Was it guilt? Was it fear? Was it God?
Well, what got me to change my ways and stop was three things that happened all together pretty much. The first situation was one night after we were leaving my comedy event at the Penn Tower Hotel. We went up to Studio West to get some tickets for a Peace in the Street event, and it was a shootout, and we got caught up in the shootout, and my friend, my partner, got killed, and another young man got killed. And then 2 weeks after that, one of my associates that I was doing business with kept calling on his package like he was shopping at Macy's.
Wow.
And the package was delivered by the DEA. He was arrested. And then the following month, my auntie was killed. She rode with someone to location on the east side of Los Angeles, and everybody in the house was killed, execution style. So those were the things, those three things, just like that, were the things that made me decide that it was time to walk away from that business.
Thelma, how were you able to protect your son, your toddler son? How were you able to protect him?
I was able to protect him because most of the time, when I traveled, my parents will have him or auntie may keep him, but I never had him around any kind of drug activity or anything like that.
Mm-hmm.
I made sure that the people that, he was around, was always positive. It was always my family or people that I was extremely close to that I knew I could trust.
Okay.
So he was always very safe. That was the top priority. As long as he was safe, then I could do what I needed to do. In the summer months, I would send him back to the East Coast to stay with my parents in the summer months. Yeah.
So you shared that you were making a lot of money during that time when you were in the drug game. What were some of that you would say some of the negative aspects that came with the lifestyle itself, outside of the obvious that you just stated?
Well, in the drug game, it's a dirty game. And so, people, I don't know, like even for Jackie, people always feel like you don't deserve what you have, even though you've taken the chances to get what you have. You are the one that's out there putting in that work and taking those chances to get what you got. But there's always people that feel like you don't deserve it and, oh, I could do better than you and I should have what you have. It's that, that jealousy element. And so in that game, it's just dirty. You know what I mean? It's very few people that you can trust. But back in the time when Jackie was in the game and then when I came behind him, we made it like a family business. The people that we did business with, we were very close with.
Okay.
So we protected one another. You know what I mean? Like auntie, she would come to the East Coast and spend time with us and all, but no one ever knew who she was. You always protected that was the way it was supposed to be. The way these kids are running around now and, they're doing things. I don't know. I don't know what's on their mind. I don't know what they're thinking, but you don't get a long run. You know what I mean? Eventually, you're going to have a problem. You're either going to get killed or you're going to go to jail. Those are the two elements that you're going to face. It's the inevitable. It's no different. If you stay in it and you continue to do things that you shouldn't do, that's what's going to happen.
Do you
And
have
I
any
knew that.
Do you have any regrets of leaving the life?
No, absolutely not. I mean, like when I walked away from that business, Carol, I was doing temp work. I started doing temp work. And when I finally landed a job, I was only making a little more than $19,000 a year. I probably made 19,000 in seconds. Like, but I was safe. I felt good and I was safe. You know what I mean? And I didn't feel like I needed to be watching my back and looking over my shoulder and all of that. It's always going to be a part of my life. It's just a part of the training that I have to be security conscious. You know what I mean? I'm gonna always be that way. I'm that way today. But it was just a situation where you just tried to make sure that you surrounded yourself with the right people. You know what I'm saying? People that I knew they would keep me safe. They would keep me safe, and they knew that I would look out for them and make sure that they were okay. So that's how we kept that business going for the amount of time that we did.
I understand that. So you were sharing, and again, I want to one other question about, you were saying that you made a lot of money. So do you feel that the money that you made was worth the risks and the dangers that came with that lifestyle?
Well, I kind of feel like, yeah, at that time, I do. I feel like it gave me an opportunity to do what I really needed to do, which was to get my son through school. So I was able to get him through school. He went kindergarten, he went in California, but first through 12th grade, he went in New Jersey at a private school. And then he went on to Franklin Marshall College, where he excelled and he got a degree in government. So I feel like it was worth it in order to provide for him the way that I needed to provide for him, and to keep him safe and to keep him surrounded around like-minded people. You know what I'm saying? So to me, that's why he's able to excel today, because of the education that he got, the type of young man that he is, because the schools that he went to allowed him to learn how to deal with all people. The schools that he went to was like a melting pot. You know what I mean? So it's all facets of people at these schools. And so, it really gave him a really good, strong background education wise.
Thelma, I'm seeing another book called A Mother's Love. That's what I'm seeing. That's what I'm seeing. That is what I'm seeing. Family, for those of you who have just joined us, welcome to the conversation. Welcome to Love and Life with Carol Riddick, right here on WURD. We are talking with one of our love lights, Thelma Wright. She is an author, she is a speaker, she is a mentor, and she's sharing with us tonight about her self-published memoir titled With Eyes from Both Sides, Living My Life in and Out of the Game. When I tell you it's a read that you definitely want. Before I move forward, please, Thelma, share with everybody and tell them where they can find the book.
Yes. So my book, With Eyes from Both Sides, Living My Life and Out the Game, can be purchased on Amazon. It's $20. It's also an ebook. I think that's still $9.95. But yeah, you can get it on Amazon. People have gotten it in a day. They order it today, they get it tomorrow. Or you order it on Wednesday, you get it Thursday. But I saw Elaine popped up. Elaine Titus, that's my girl. I love Elaine. Elaine and I worked together some years ago. I took a temp position. It's so crazy. I took a temp position as the building manager or property manager. And when I got there, Elaine knew exactly who I was. I never went in jobs like talking to people about my background or my book or anything. I won't do that because I understand that everybody doesn't get it. You know what I mean? And I actually lost that contract working with Elaine because the people found out who I was.
Oh, wow.
A
Oh, wow.
$50,000 contract I lost because somebody went to the higher ups and said they had a drug dealer in the building as if I was selling drugs.
Oh, wow.
I'm trying to provide for my son. I'm trying to work. I'm trying to just be a normal person. You know what I mean? And that's how I met Elaine. Elaine was already at the job when I came, and we hooked up. You know what I mean? And that's my sister, Elaine. I love Elaine.
So I have a question for you. How important is it to you to mentor? You were sharing about the kids today and the life they're living today. How important is that to you, mentorship?
Carol, I am so driven by mentoring. You know, I am actually, and I've been trying to get grants. I haven't been able to get grants. I just did a GoFundMe, like it's been out there about a month, and I'm doing a black tie fundraiser for a scholarship for a student in honor of my father. Because just as your family, the Riddicks, my father played ball with the Riddicks. And my father was an avid athlete. He played for South Philadelphia High School. And so he did mentoring. My mom did mentoring. And so it's just a part of me. But I'm very passionate about this work. I've linked up with Tinley Temple Church. So I have a space there that I'm actually getting ready to start using for my program. And I do mentoring for males as well as females because, you know, with the drug trade, it's male and female.
Everybody.
It affects everybody, you know what I mean? But I'm very, very passionate about this. But it's gonna happen for me, Carol, because I'm gonna keep doing it. I'm gonna keep going. I'm gonna keep pushing. But it takes money to sustain these programs. Like you need to make sure that the children are safe. They got to get from point A to point B. When they come, a lot of them are hungry. When they come to your program after school, you know, you got to feed them. You got to just make sure that they're good. And so this takes money, but I'll get it. I'll get
I know
it.
you
But
will. I know you will.
I'm very serious about my mentoring stuff.
I see. That's exactly why I asked, because I want the family to know. Family, listen, it's time for us to take a commercial break. Thelma, sit tight if you don't mind for just a few more moments, because
sure,
I would like to talk with you just for a little bit longer before we bring our family member in the next hour. Like I said, family, it's time to take a commercial break. So stay with us because we're coming right back.
It's the WURD Hot 60. Hot 60. Here's the hottest 60 seconds you missed on Evening Words.
Dr. Stephen Tyson, tell us a little bit about your role at City Year and what City Year does and how it helps provide opportunities for young people.
Most definitely. So, yeah, I'm a program director there. So we currently are serving 13 schools in the school district of Philadelphia. I oversee the programming of City Year at 5 of those schools. I have the academies at Roxborough High School, Kensington High School, Kensington Classic, I should say, Alany High School, Edwin Forrest Elementary, and Southwark Elementary. But we are also in 8 additional schools. And the best part about City Year, this is my 7th year here at City Year, and it's such a unique organization in the fact that we really do our best as a staff and as an organization really to pour into the professional development of our young people, specifically the young 18 to 24-year-olds that are volunteering and signing up as AmeriCorps service members to work with 3rd through 10th grade students in the school district of Philly.
And that's your hottest 60 seconds from Evening Words on WURD, Progressive Black Talk Media.
Are you wet shaving? You'll get razor bumps.
Nah, Pops, I'm good with Gillette Skin Guard. How long you been growing that beard Mama hates anyway?
Since 77. I shaved and got ingrown so bad.
That's why I use the Gillette Skin Guard razor, face scrub, shave gel, and moisturizer. So I don't have to worry about new razor bumps or shaving irritation.
Gillette Skin Guard, huh? Your mama's gonna love this one.
The best a man can get keeps getting better with Gillette Skin Guard. Buy now at a retailer near you.
Hi, I'm Gary LaVox. One thing you know about me is I used to be the lead singer of Rascal Flatts. But what you might not know is I now use my voice to support paralyzed veterans of America. Did you know buses and trains are accessible, but airplanes aren't? It is why I support PVA. Today, PVA is fighting for accessible air travel, a basic civil right for our nation's disabled veterans and all people with disabilities. Our nation's heroes fought for your independence. So join me in the fight for theirs at PVA.org.
I thought mixing bleach with my floor cleaner would take the stain out.
When my youngest ate the dog's medicine, that was a new one.
I was trying to protect my garden, but I accidentally sprayed myself with pesticide.
So I called 1-800-222-1222, the poison helpline.
A poison expert helped me figure out what to do next.
I was connected to someone who spoke Spanish.
They answered my questions.
It was free.
It was confidential.
It was real help in real time.
Keep the poison experts in your pocket. 1-800-222-1222.
Stand with Word Radio as we continue to provide dynamic, progressive programming to inform and empower our people. We're living in unprecedented times, and we must stand together to protect and preserve Black Talk Media. Become a 4Word member with the annual membership price of just $90 or a digital member starting at just $5 per month. If you're already a 4Word member, sign up, family member, or friend to help us continue making history. Start or renew your 4Word membership today. Visit wordradio.com/4word or wordradio.com/membership. We are the home of progressive Black Talk Media. This is WURD 900 AM and 96.1 FM, Philadelphia. Streaming online on wordradio.com and the Word Radio app.
What is love?
You're listening to Love and Life on WURD, Progressive Black Talk Media.
I think I know what love is.
Well, hey there, family. Welcome back. You are tuned in to Love and Life with Carol Riddick right here on WURD, Progressive Black Talk Media, on air and online at wordradio.com. Welcome to the top of the second hour of Love and Life. We've been talking with Thelma Wright. I did not want to rush you. I know we have to let you go, but I did not want to rush our goodbyes, Thelma, but I want to share with you some comments that our family members have shared. Ms. Rosalind shared, just like a Black woman, we don't always do what we want to do, but we always do what we have to do, and mainly to protect our children. That's a Black woman's model as a mother. That's what I said when you shared your story, when you first started talking about it. I said, oh, well, that you kicked in. That was mommy mode right there.
Yeah,
It wasn't about anything else. It was mommy mode. I'm telling you. And Ms. Joanne, one of our love lights, she shares, I saw something related to your story. You have done yourself proud. You're beautiful. So I wanted to share that with you as well. And Ms. Rosalind follows up her comment by sharing, yes, Ms. Thelma, it is in God's will, not yours. He is making it happen.
Yes, he is.
When you were sharing about the GoFundMe. So I want to know, before you go, if you could share with us one more time how we can get the book and about your current endeavor in the event that we want to donate or participate. Can you share that information with us, please?
Yes. So, so for the empowerment program, I have a GoFundMe, and it's under my name, Thelma R. Wright, WRIGHT Foundation. That's under, if you go to the GoFundMe site, or if you go to my Facebook, my name is Thelma Wright on Facebook. My name is Thelma B. Wright on X, and my name is Thelma Wright on Instagram. So any one of my social media platforms, you can see my GoFundMe. You can definitely donate. Any donation, any amount will help. The book can be purchased at Amazon, and the title of the book is With Eyes from Both Sides, Living My Life in and Out of the Game, or you can just put in my name, Thelma Wright. It'll pop up, and it's my picture on the front cover of the book. Here it is. You can see, if you can see that.
Yeah, there we are. Yes.
That's me on the cover. And so yes, the GoFundMe, and then I have a black tie fundraiser coming September 14th. I'll be posting all of these things on my social media. I have to save the date on my social media right now, but that date is September 14th. That will take place at the Adelphia Restaurant in Deptford, New Jersey, September 14th from 6 to 10. And hopefully, you know, I will get to honor someone who is near and dear to my heart for that event. That's going to be a formal black tie event. The tickets will be available come June. It's going to be $100 per person because it's a fundraiser. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to select one, possibly two students next year and give them some form of scholarship, for their schooling, for their education,
Oh,
for
no.
college or, an accredited school somewhere. But I'm going to do it in honor of my father, John Lacey Brown. And that's what the Black Tie fundraiser is for in September, to do that.
Thelma, oh my goodness. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Malcolm shares it was a blessing that you made it out alive. I truly do believe that. I can't thank you enough. I met Thelma years ago and I've admired you. Just love you to pieces. And I love you. I've always loved your spirit. And I just applaud you and all of your efforts because I see you. I've been seeing you. And I just love what you're doing, the things that you've been doing. So just kudos to you. Kudos to you. And my love always.
Thank you, Carol. And I would definitely like to come back again, maybe in August or the beginning of September, just to talk about the Black Tie Fair, what's going to be going on, and letting people know they could get tickets for that event. But please stay tuned to all the things I'm doing. I'm going to have more things coming, bigger and better things. We're working on some things, but it all takes time, but it's all in divine order. And I'm just grateful that God has allowed me to live. And also, Carol, I didn't know if you knew, I came through breast cancer in 2020. Yes, I had breast cancer. I was diagnosed with breast cancer in August of 2019, and January 10th, 2020, I rang the bell. So that's another blessing from God, giving me
That's a
grace and
huge
favor.
blessing.
He rides with me. God rides with me.
Thelma. Okay, now that we've gotten this technical issue rectified, you have got to come back and talk with us more about your
Absolutely.
journey.
Absolutely.
And
Yes.
thank you so much. We can't wait to
Thank you
see
for
you the next
having me.
time. Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Okay,
Absolutely.
we'll see
Take
you
care,
soon.
Carol. Love you.
You too. Love you more.
All righty.
Oh my goodness, family, family, family. I was sharing with you, that I met Thelma some years ago, and I've watched her journey. Just watched her as she, has been building, as she continues to build, and as she serves because she does help others, and she has been. So I wanted to share her with you, her story with you. And I'm sorry for the technical difficulties. We don't know what that was, but guess what? The devil is never welcome to our details. Okay, he is never. So without further ado, you know what happens in the second hour on Tuesdays right here at Love and Life. We talk all things sports. Well, I'm doing a lot of listening these days, but the guru himself talks all things sports. The guru is Chris Murray. Chris Murray is a radio personality. He is a journalist, a college professor with more than 30 years of experience as a print and broadcast journalist. He's been covering sports since 1994. Isn't that something? Throughout his career, he's covered the Super Bowl, the World Series, the NCAA tournament, the NBA playoffs, World Championship boxing, and that's just to name a few. Now, every Saturday, you can catch him right here as he hosts his own sports show right here at home on WURD, the Chris Murray Report, where he brings high-level intellect and different perspectives to all aspects of the sports world. I welcome you to the conversation. Uh-oh, wait a minute. We lost Chris. What in heavens to Murgatroyd? We lost Chris.
Can y'all hear me?
There he is. Yes, we can hear you, Chris. I said,
But for some reason, I can't get on camera, and I don't know what that's all about. And I don't know if it's just, my Photoshop or something is on or something, but I just cannot, I don't know how to find my camera on my Mac and everything. So I'm going to probably need somebody to kind of text me some technical help and everything, because I think my camera is on. I'm trying to look through the camera, and I'm trying to figure out what
and there he goes. He is Y'all, okay, this is what I'm going to ask for all of my prayer warriors, okay? Because I don't know what is happening tonight. Nick, what is going on? The devil is trying to get into our details tonight, and I ain't having it, okay? I ain't having it. He is so not welcome.
Carol, I
All
promise I
kinds
didn't touch anything. I'm not sure what's going on. I got my hands up. I don't know.
You don't want to talk about sports tonight? You don't want to talk about sports, Nick? Wait, I said every time I blink, something else is happening and people are disappearing in our, that I don't know what's going on. Okay, Chris, I see that Chris has popped back in. Chris, do we have you? I feel like
Yeah, you have me, but you can't. Unfortunately, you can't see me.
I need to see you, Chris.
I know, but the thing is, I may have to restart my computer or the next commercial. I might just have to restart my computer in general. But I gotta say, to start this cast, the Sixers are playing in Game 5 of their Eastern Conference series, and I will probably check the score in a minute, but. But the thing about it, though, there's some things I do have to say and whatnot about the last loss. You hope they're going to win tonight. But a lot of people, how can I put it? There were a lot of folks who I don't know. I said some things on Facebook that bothered me about Game 4, and part of the problem I had with Game 4 was that Joel Embiid scored 1 point in the fourth quarter. 1 point. And then what got me was that he had a nerve to basically say, was upset about all the Knicks fans that were in the stadium and that were in the ballpark. And my thing at the end of the day, I and a lot of people will disagree with me, but when you only score 1 point in the fourth quarter, you ain't got a right to complain. I'm sorry, and I got attacked on Facebook for saying that, but nah, man. I mean, it's like you're inconsistent. One, you score 50 points, and then people are saying, "Well, Chris, he's playing on one leg." Well, you scored 50 points on one leg. I mean. And the thing is, people were saying, "Oh, because Sixer fans are this." One Facebook friend even said, "Well, the fans have to be held accountable." The fans ain't playing. Joel,
how about that?
Making millions of dollars, and my biggest criticism of Joel Embiid is consistency. Every year at this time, he's hurt, and I'm not saying that you shouldn't have any empathy for a guy who's hurt or anything like that. But at the end of the day, one of the biggest problems with Joel's ability is his availability. And he's all and now granted he has Ball's palsy syndrome where I think his face might droop a little bit, and I also think because he has that knee. But my thing at the end of the day, I know, and I get that he's hurt. I don't lack compassion for the man.
Okay.
But at the same time, you're the franchise. You're the reigning MVP. You stunk in the fourth quarter, and that's a fact. That's not haterade. That's not That's just straight up. And he comes out and says that. And then most of the people I think a lot of people outside of Philadelphia really. I mean. I just think at the end of the day, you're the reigning MVP, okay? And granted, Tyrese Maxey and them struggle. Don't get it twisted. Those guys struggle. Those guys did not play well, and didn't play well at all. They went. I mean, Joel Embiid was 0 for 5 from the field in the fourth quarter. The other side, that 27 points, the other 26 points is empty calories. Is empty calories, okay? In the sense that I know people say, well, he's giving his best. I get that. Nobody. Well, I think he's playing his best. I would like to say that he's giving it the old college try. But at the end of the day, it's just that he has to play better. He's like I said, you gotta play better. and so is the rest of the team. I'm not exempting Maxey and the rest of those guys. They got to play better. But
Chris, you said that last week. You were saying, well, and we've been saying this. We said that because we were talking about how these games have been going, and I told you that I didn't feel confident that Joel Embiid would play well. I just didn't. I have not felt confident with his playing, and I don't feel like that's going to change. Alfred sent an update with the score. He shares 49-43 Knicks, and it's halftime. He said he's already saying the Knicks are going to knock Philly out of the playoffs. Yeah, well, with the way that they're playing, I mean, the writing is already on the wall. Wouldn't you say?
Yeah, I now, like I said, because I was setting up the show, last time I checked the score, the Knicks were winning. But the thing is that you got to play hard. You got to play hard in every game. You have to definitely play hard in every game. And the thing that bothers me about the Sixers every year, but this has been going on every year. People get upset. Oh, well, he's he lets me know that, I mean, it's just that every year he plays, he's always hurt. He has some type of ailment. He's always hurt in the game, and he is. And I understand injuries are part of sports. Yes, they are. But the problem is that if you're out there, you gotta play hard. I mean, the rest of the team has to help you. And the thing about it, most people might have understood something, but then he's complained about, and then he says, well, I'm not trying to call Sixers fans out, but he was calling them out. Let's face it.
He absolutely was. He was.
And then, of course, on a personal level, I was getting attacked on Facebook. Oh, he's giving the effort. You Philly fans don't appreciate it. And I'm like, no, man, this has been the same story for the last 3 or 4 years. He comes into every playoff series, hurt, some type of ailment, and he plays well in spots. But then when you in a critical game 4, when you're down 2-1, you needed to, and in a close game, you needed to come through. And the Sixers did not come through at all.
At all. Chris, I want to take just a moment for pause because some of our family members are on the phone lines waiting to join the conversation. I'm going to go to line 1 first. Hi there, and thank you for calling.
Good evening, family.
Hey, James, how are you?
Doing good. Through the grace of God, blessings to you and Chris. MB, Maxey, this is my point of view. Modern day Cole and Shaq. MB, modern day world champion. Facts. I still got hope in my team. I still got hope. I still got faith. And we're going to pull this off. Asking all the Philly fans, we're going to pull this off. Word up.
Okay. You said we're going to pull it off, James, then I'm going to hold you to it. Love you more, James. We love you more. Going to line 2. Hi there, family, and thank you so much for calling.
I am the greatest.
Hi, Ron.
Hey, I am the great. Hey, Nancy, hey, Twinkle Toes. I have a question I want to ask you. I need you to help me with this. Did you ever, I know you're a young man, that's during the time frame. My question is about Arnold Cream, Jersey Joe Walcott. And I was telling a friend of mine, did you ever see any of his films? I'm quite sure you didn't see his fights. Did you ever see Jersey Joe Walcott film?
Yeah, I saw one. I think I saw the one when he fought Rocky Marciano, and Marciano
in Philadelphia. Go ahead. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and Marciano and Jersey Joe Walcott was winning that fight, but Marciano got to him. And
sir, it was the same way when you were doing it, but I ain't gonna get into the dance today. He beat he beat Rocky Marciano nose off his face. And what happened in the last round, Marciano, of course, knocked him out. But would you say what you saw out of that? Would you say that he was the first unorthodox heavyweight fighter that you ever seen? Just based on that film, that clip that you seen of him when he fought Rocky Marciano?
You talking about Jersey Joe Walcott?
Yes.
I had to watch that film again, but you're probably right. He was, and I mean he did. He did beat Joe Louis. That he did do.
Sure. And he beat many others. He knocked Ezra Childs out. Remember?
Right.
And what I'm saying to you, I tried to copy myself off him, not Muhammad Ali. Do you know the way how he would do the 2-step like you were doing when you was dancing? He would go 1, 2, 1, 2, counter punch, walk away, and hit you with the uppercut, the sucker uppercut. So I was just trying to make the comparison, during that time in that fight area there. The guy that Muhammad Ali copied off of, his name was Gorgeous George. That's where Muhammad Ali got that, I am the greatest, and I'm going to do this. And he flipped it, and that's when he got Ray Bundini to be his hype man. Is not that true?
Bundini Brown, yeah.
Bundini Brown, and he got it off Gorgeous George, which was the wrestler back then. But champ, before I get off, I want to say to you, you're one of the baddest men that I ever heard do sports. But when it comes to your dancing, I'm coming for my title this year, sir. I'm coming for a rematch with you, sir.
And I'll probably let you have it back.
You too.
And I'm like Cal and Michael, and if you beat me in this contest, I'll buy each one of the people that come to see this dance here a pair of brand new sneaks, and I'll sing Papa Got a Brand New Bag. Okay, sir?
Oh, my word.
I'm on my title bag, sir.
Ron, you are a mess. Chris, heavens to Murgatroyd family, listen. Welcome to Love and Life with Carol Riddick right here on WURD. In this hour, we talk all things sports, and with who better to do so than with the guru of sports. Chris, I'm going to ask you if you can log off and try to log back in during the commercial break so we can see you, because we need to see you. We are going to go back to our phone lines when we come back from this commercial break. So families, stay with us because we're coming right back.
Tune in this Friday, May 3rd at 4 p.m. for a special conversation on being biracial. This conversation features podcast hosts Darylise Lyons and Malcolm Burnley and moderated by WURD's own general manager, Ashanti Martin. This will be a provocative discussion about identity, belonging, and a variety of biracial and multiracial experiences. That's a special broadcast on being biracial, Friday, May 3rd at 4 p.m. only on WURD. Progressive Black Talk Media.
You're a storyteller, negotiator, artist, innovator. Whatever your passion, whatever your skills, behind the scenes or in front, you belong here. A career in broadcast media. Local radio and TV stations in every town and city need someone like you. So do what you love and bring your talent to life. Your passion, your skills, your career. You belong here. Learn more at youbelonghere.media.
Volunteering is critical to strengthening communities, but it's on the decline, which means now is the time to jump in. You can make a difference every day. It just takes that first step to get involved. Start in your own neighborhood with an organization or cause that's important to you. It's easy to join the movement. Find volunteer opportunities and get actionable steps to drive real and sustained change when you visit pointsoflight.org today.
Tune into Word Radio this Thursday at 10 a.m. for City Council Live, hosted by Ernest Owens. Join conversations that matter to your community with your local City Council members.
Let's face it, life looks a little different. During these times, we're doing our best to keep our minds and bodies strong. And getting a flu shot helps us stay healthy, so we don't miss out on what matters, like having game night at home. Yeah, can't do that while sick with the flu. Now imagine family movie night that your daughter can't live without. Well, that's ruined. And don't forget your uncle's socially distanced cookout. See, that's why it's important to be at our strongest. Every year, millions of people in the US get the flu. Especially now, no one has time to miss out on moments that matter. So get your flu shot. Find out more at getmyflushot.org. Brought to you by the AMA, CDC, and the Ad Council.
Walking into the building for the first time after the shooting, it was crippling, but it had to be preserved.
In response to the Pulse nightclub shooting that affected the LGBTQ community, Barbara Poma, owner of Pulse, founded the One Pulse Foundation to honor Pulse victims and survivors.
If you're an ally of this community, speak out. There are more of us together than apart. It is the power of love in its rawest form.
Join the fight for LGBTQ acceptance. Learn how at lovehasnolabels.com. Brought to you by Love Has No Labels and the Ad Council.
No, what's the word, boy? What's the word? What's the word?
WURD, Progressive Black Talk Media.
You're listening to Love and Life with Carol Riddick on WURD, Progressive Black Talk Media.
Hey there, family. Welcome back. You are tuned in to Love and Life with Carol Riddick right here on WURD. Well, as you see, I am riding solo right now because Chris has yet to come back into the room. But you know, I'm anxiously awaiting his return, as I know you are. When I tell you, I am shocked and appalled by whatever is going on tonight. I don't know what's happening. I don't know. Our guests are having difficulty connecting and they're having to pop in and out. I do believe we have a family member on the phone line, but I'm sure she wanted to talk with Chris. But let's go to the phone line to see what she wants to talk about. Hi there. Thank you for calling and welcome to the conversation.
Hi, Carol. How are you?
I am well, thank you. How are you?
I'm good. I wanted to talk about the 76ers. I'm not really a sports fan.
Okay.
I'm a Philadelphia fan, so I like all the teams. And what I seen at the stadium after that game, it was so embarrassing. I was saying, where is the 76ers fans at? The New York fans was stomping their jerseys and stomping their flags in their stadium. I couldn't believe it. What was going on?
You know what? I have to say, I used to go to the games all the time. I really, really did. But I kind of lost I lost interest in the games because the players that we've had, they just haven't. Y'all, now don't hurt me, okay? Because I'm true to our teams. I am fighting for our teams, but I just don't feel like they have what the players before them had. I'm not talking with regard to skill. I'm talking about like energy. They were hyped. It felt like they wanted to play the game back in the day. It was just a different energy with the players. It just felt like they wanted to be there. Like they enjoyed the game. They had fun. I don't get that from the players that we have nowadays. I just don't.
Yeah, I think it's a lot of nerve for the New York fans to come here in the stadium and stomp on the Sixers jerseys and stomp on their flags.
Oh wait, you said they stomped on their jerseys?
Yes. Well, they're I guess souvenir stuff, like maybe like their flags and different stuff like that.
Right.
Actually in the parking lot stomping on their flag, the 76ers flags, and I think it was some jerseys. I'm not sure, but it was stomping.
See, I missed that. Now that's disrespectful. Come on now. That's disrespectful.
That's terrible.
We've got Chris back. Chris, you missed what Sharon said. Sharon said that the New York Knicks fans were at the games. They were stomping on memorabilia, basically. They were just being disrespectful and terrible. Come on now, that's unacceptable.
Yeah, I would agree with that. That is disrespectful. That is unacceptable. But you know what Joel Embiid needs to do for all the energy that he spent, being upset about that, and he should have been. But you know what? You need to perform. That's what you need to do. You can moan all day. You want to shut New Yorkers up? I'm gonna tell you how to shut New Yorkers up. Beat them.
Okay.
It's a funny thing. You don't hear all that. Well, we New York. No, beat them. That's all you got to do.
Come on, but that's like a slap in our face, right, Sharon? I get
embarrassing. And on your home, Phil, they're doing that to you. I mean, that is so. Do the Sixers have a lot of fans at all? Like, do they have any fans?
Oh, they got fans. Yeah, they got plenty of fans. That's crazy. The Sixers got fans. There are fans here. I don't know if people are selling their season tickets. I don't know if it's indicative of any type of discontent that Sixers fans feel about their team and all that and where they're going in the playoffs. I don't know what that is. But on the flip side of the coin, I don't like New York fans. I know New York fans are disrespectful. They're still mad because, they're still happy over the one victory the Giants got over the Eagles in the last couple of years. They always had. That's why, the last few years on the football side, New York has been quiet. They've been nice and quiet. But the thing about it, though, the Sixers in these situations, they got to shut these guys up. And there's a lot, but then again, there's a lot, not just in B, but, they need to get better players. I mean, they do. I mean, that's on Daryl Morey. I mean, that's on him. I mean, they traded away Marcus Morris and Patrick Beverly for Buddy Hield, who hasn't shown up. Like I said, he might as well be on the milk carton. He might as well be, like I said again, he has been MIA. But then again, he was MIA during most of the regular season.
Well, I want to share this. I'm sorry to interject, Chris. I'm sorry, but to Sharon's point, when she was talking about the Knicks fans being here right in our faces, like I didn't realize that. But Cheryl, one of our love lights, she just shared, it's probably as a result of the fact that a lot of New Yorkers are now living in Philadelphia.
Yeah, that's true.
And they're just being loyal to their team. I had not taken that into consideration, but that's still dirty. It's still dirty and disrespectful.
Oh, one last thing. I bet they wouldn't did that to the Eagles at the Eagles game.
Oh, I bet they wouldn't have done it either.
They wouldn't have did it.
Would not.
They would not did it.
All right.
Thank you so much. We're going to go to line 2. Another family member is joining us. Hi there. Thank you so much for calling.
Chris.
Yeah.
Hello. Hey, how you doing?
Doing well, thank you. How are you doing,
Chris? I want to make a couple points for you, Chris. But one of the old head Farmer had called in. He talked about Jersey Joe Wilcott and the fight with Rocky Marciano. It's not Marciano knocks him out, Chris. Go back and watch how he knocks him out.
Yeah, that was it was a shot. I mean, he basically rearranged his face.
It was a dirty shot. It was a dirty shot. When you go back and look at the fight, Jersey Joe Wilcott had took one knee. When he took a knee, Rocky Marciano hit him on the side of the head. That's the punch that knocked him out. Jersey Joe Wilcott winning that fight up to that round that he took the knee in.
Right.
But when you go back and look at that fight, you'll see Rocky, when he took a knee, that's when Rocky Marciano hit him inside the head. I think with the right hand, he dropped him, and he never recovered from that punch. The second point, Chris, I want to send a shout out to Lincoln University for winning the CIAA basketball HBC tournament.
Yeah, they did.
Shout out to South Carolina for winning the NCAA tournament, Chris. But 2 points I want to make, Chris. I want to make 2 points real fast. One, a lot of people. One, UConn coach was my coach of the year this year, and number 2, Chris, when Stephen A. Smith and all the sports writers state that Caitlin Clark put Iowa University on the map, that's not true, Chris. It's far from being true. Now, what she did do, she elevated the program to another level. But the best coach that put them on the map, that took 3 programs that were nobody and made them somebody, was C. Vivian Stringer.
Yeah, she was a coach. Yeah, she was a coach at. Yeah, I remember when she coached at Iowa. Yeah,
and she put them on the map. It was unknown.
Mm.
And what I want to say, Chris, UConn coach, anytime you can take 5 players or 6 players, Chris, and make it one game all the way to the national title game, one game from a national title game, you're a heck of a coach. When all your players are injured, but
yeah, Gino Auriemma is a great coach, no doubt about that. He took that team, and like I said, that that foul down the stretch of that game. Some people argued about that. No, he's a heck of a coach, as in Dawn Staley, and and that whole Final Four, that was better than the men's. I mean, it was more star power and more intrigue to that game than the men's game. And it was tremendous. I mean, it was just a tremendous thing.
Yes, it was. It was a great showing, and it definitely took women's basketball and sports to another level.
Absolutely.
I agree. Thank you.
Thank you, Maurice. Thank you for calling. Thank you so much. And Sharon, thank you for calling as well. I misunderstood Sharon when she first called, when she made her comment. I had no idea that the New York fans, I'm going back to that comment. I had no idea the New York fans were being so that disrespectful.
Yeah, they were being that disrespectful. And my thing at the end of the day, though, I always say this, I just you hope the Sixers, you got to beat them. Like I say, nothing is more golden than shutting up New York fans. Nothing is more golden in this world than shutting up loudmouth New Yorkers.
Well, I see it's close now, though, 49-51.
The Sixers have cut into 2. So there is hope. And here's the thing. Let me say something about what I said about the team. It's not that I'm not a Sixers fan, and not that I'm not going to root. I'll be glad. I want Joel Embiid to prove me wrong. I don't mind as a sport. Prove me wrong. Put the team on your back. That's what you got to do. You got to put the team on your back, and you got to win through hell or high water. Lots of athletes have played hurt. Lots of athletes, have come here and played hurt. But you got to basically get to that point to where you got to do something, and that's the question that a lot of people have. That's the thing that a lot of people question about this team. And there's no way that in the last game that Embiid should have scored 1 point in the fourth quarter. But a lot of people don't like it. Oh, it's just typical of you Sixers fans hating. And yes, Embiid needed to be called out for saying, oh, well, the New York fans were nasty. And my thing is, that's fine. But you know what, though? You had it in your hands to shut them up. And that's the thing I kept trying to tell people. Oh, well, y'all, Philly you don't appreciate Joel Embiid. We appreciate Joel Embiid, but we wanted to be in a situation where he is basically leading this team. He has to lead this team, and he has to basically come in here. And he has to basically come in and lead this team to a win. The team depends on him. And the team depends on him to the point to where, but the problem is, how long is a franchise going to depend upon him when when every year there's an ailment and there's some kind, when the Sixers drafted him, they drafted him with he had foot surgery. He had surgery on a fractured foot. Mm-hmm. And at the end of the day, people may get mad at me for saying that, but I'd be doing my profession a tremendous disservice if we are not honest. If we're not honest about what we see. And I will be doing my profession and this show and the shows that I do, I'm going to be honest. I'm not gonna. I mean, I'm a fan. Don't get it twisted, like everybody else. But at the same time, I'm not gonna sugarcoat. I'm not gonna sugarcoat. How I'm not gonna pussyfoot around and say that this team has to play better. They just do, and that's and they got to win. They got to win in the fourth quarter. That's what they have to do, and that's the thing where where people are upset. That's why fans are upset. People, and one reporter read about, oh, you Philly fans aren't the sharpest. No, Philly fans are like any other fans. Not are New York fans. Not are any other fans. But the thing is, we want to see that team do well. We want to basically see our basketball team get beyond the second round of playoffs and be a true contender for a title. Do they have to get guys in to help Embiid? Yeah, I think they do. And it's not beyond the pale to say that. It's not beyond anything else to basically say to fans that, and to say to this team, y'all got to play better. Okay?
Well,
Philly fans, Sixers fans are tired. They're tired of every year Joel Embiid or some other guy, in a crucial situation that they don't step up. And that's what the fans, that's what angers a lot of the fan base here. That's the thing that angers the fan base. And everybody wants to get upset that we're being too hard, but you got to be honest. You got to win. You got to prove. That's like we tell Jalen Hurts. You got to win these games. That's it. People will leave you alone if you win. And that's the bottom line.
Well, it looks like they're trying to do something tonight because Sixers are up now 53-51. So we'll see. We're in the third, but still.
Yeah. That's what they got to do, in my opinion. Now is that you got to basically win this game, and you have to. I don't know. You just got to win this game, and you got to win this game.
We're going to see. Family, listen. We're taking a commercial break. Know that the phone lines, they are still open, and feel free to comment on our socials. We will be right back.
Hey there, this is Tech Life Steph, and I want you to join me for a special Philly Tech Week event hosted by Word Radio, Diverse Force, and P4 Hub. On Wednesday, May 8th, I'll be moderating a conversation called Artificial Intelligence, Black Realities. This panel and tech networking event are taking place from 6 to 9 p.m. at P4 Hub, 4537 Wayne Avenue, Suite 202 in Philadelphia. We'll examine the impact of AI on Black communities and explore what opportunities and challenges this technology presents. We'll focus on how AI can reinforce systemic racism, but also how AI literacy can empower us as a community. You do have to register for this event. Go to wordradio.com/techweek to reserve your free tickets. This event is a part of Philly Tech Week and brought to you by Comcast, Pico, and the Pennsylvania Lottery. Hope to see you there.
For more than a decade, Comcast has been committed to bridging the digital divide in Philadelphia and across the country. From connecting people to the internet to opening doors for the next generation of innovators, entrepreneurs, and storytellers, they are helping to create a future that benefits generations to come. Now, Comcast is expanding their efforts through Project Up, their comprehensive initiative to help build a future of unlimited possibilities. Backed by a $1 billion commitment to reach tens of millions of people over the next decade, Comcast is working to ensure all Philadelphians have the skills, resources, and opportunities they need to participate and excel in an increasingly digital world. This includes partnering with community experts to build a network of digital navigators, trusted individuals who help build awareness around initiatives like the government's Affordable Connectivity Program and teach critical digital skills to get more people online. Project Up, building a future of unlimited possibilities. Learn more at comcast.com/Project Up. Through Project Up, Comcast is committing $1 billion to build a future of unlimited possibilities.
At YMCA Summer Camp, kids find their why. Friendship and fun, a world of adventure beneath a golden sun. Running, laughing, full of wonder. Being themselves is second nature. Summer camp is where they begin to unlock the confidence that lies within. When kids find new passions, they find their why. Summer camp season starts soon. Learn more at ymca.org for a better us.
Want the latest in word swag? Check out the shop tab on wordradio.com. Hoodies, tees, and more in a variety of colors. It's the shop tab on wordradio.com. You can look good and show the world that you're all about Black Talk Media.
It's too black, which means it's too strong.
We're celebrating Black influence and Black excellence worldwide on the home of progressive Black Talk Media, WURD.
Let me tell you something, and don't you ever forget it. Success is nothing without someone you love to share it with.
You're listening to Love and Life with Carol Riddick on WURD, Progressive Black Talk Media.
And we are back. Welcome back, family. Welcome back to Love and Life with Carol Riddick, right here on WURD. It's Tuesday. We're talking with our guru, sports guru, that is the one and only Chris Murray. Finally, we get to see him. We were just hearing him earlier, but I want to invite Nick to the conversation. Nick, you know what? I love it when you're doing the conversation. And I know, Nick, that you normally have a comment when we talk sports. So come on and talk to us.
Hey, Chris. Hey, Carol. Thank you for inviting me on just for this moment. Yeah, I wanted to make an observation. Sharon called up earlier talking about all the fans that were at the stadium. On Sunday, I was nowhere near the stadium. I was downtown over at Reading Terminal. I was trying to enjoy my Sunday. And every now and then, every sixth or seventh person I would walk into would be wearing blue and orange. And I thought, well, what is it, like a parade or something going on? It's nothing but Knicks fans I'm bumping into. And I'm thinking maybe they're like tourists or something. I was sick to my stomach looking at all these Knicks fans. And I realized, there's a game in town, obviously, and all the Knicks fans are here. And I cannot believe the amount of Knicks fans I've seen. In years prior, I've never seen this many Knicks fans. I felt the same way, actually, earlier in the year when I saw these people walking around with San Francisco 49ers jerseys on. I was like, where are all you people coming from? What are you guys doing here in my city? I couldn't believe it. But that's what happens whenever you're not on top. People just come in, they start to disrespect. I think on social media, some Knicks fans, they put Knicks jerseys on the statues that are out there by the stadium.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. And I mean, I feel what Embiid is saying, but I think the way that you get more fans to stay in there is to play your heart out, because people don't leave when you're doing great. They stick around. But that's up to him. And I wish he didn't make that comment, because I feel like people might not show up out of spite, because you know how sports fans are. But the only way that you can get the people's confidence back is to show them that you're worth cheering on. So that's what the Sixers need to do.
See, and that's the thing I've been saying. I've been telling people this, but
you're right about that.
About me complaining about him. So
no, you are right about it. You are right about it. Listen, that's what he's there for. He's supposed to play the game. He's supposed to play to win. That's what I was talking about earlier when I was talking about that energy that I just don't see in our team now that I once saw in years prior. Our players just don't look like they don't like they and even enjoy the game. They don't look hungry. They don't look like it's something that they want to do. Ms. Roslyn shares that people were talking about how they got tickets cheaply. The people were saying that they were really giving those tickets away. Well, I guess so. They probably have to give the tickets away to get people in those seats, because who's going with them playing the way they have been? And I certainly, listen, to your point, Nick, I'm one of those fans. I wouldn't want to go with the comments Embiid was making. I wouldn't want to go. You fuss at me, and I'm going to spend my hard-earned money to buy a ticket. So I'm with you on that. Chris, you said it. They need to play, play.
They need to play hard. And then somebody on social media got on me for, well, fans should be held accountable. I'm like, for what? They pay their money. They're paying their money. Unless they throw something on the field and do something bad, I mean, see, that's a bad comment to make here. That is not a good comment to make in this city. For as loyal as fans of this city have been to these sports teams and whatnot, even when they have booed on occasion, they're still diehard and they're loyal. But and a lot of people, like I said, people say, well, he didn't say anything bad, but no. When you say, oh, all these fans are here and they're rooting for the Knicks, and I'm like, okay, yeah, but the thing about it, dude, you can't say that after you scored just 1 point in the fourth quarter of a key series game. You can't say it. No. You know the thing about it, and if he would have said, well, we didn't give the fans something to cheer about, yeah, I would have said, okay, I respected that comment and everything. We gotta give fans something to cheer about. But to go after, I mean, come on, man. But to be the type of guy that's going to go after the fan, I mean, to kind of in a backhanded kind of way, because he said he loves Sixers. He had a disclaimer. He loves Sixers fans, okay? And he's not calling them out and whatnot. Really? And my thing at the end of the day, but you got to play better, okay? You can get mad at fans for booing this and booing that. But you know what, though? You can, and like I said, you cannot talk when you score 1 point, when you're the reigning MVP, injury or not. You scored 50 points on one leg, okay? Yeah. You over. I mean, the thing is, if you want it, and I granted, and I will give you the fact that, yeah, other guys on the team got to play up, got to step up. Other guys got to step up on that team. Tobias Harris. And others, they have to play well. But at the end of the day, that's the last thing you want to say. That is the last thing that you want to say in that situation.
Well, I'll tell you this. I'm sorry, Chris, to interject. Well, I see now that the Knicks are 65, 61. And listen, I don't even know what to say. Malcolm shares, he checked out years ago. I did the same thing. I'm not happy to say it. I do support our teams, but I did. He shares that he checked out years ago with the whole process situation and the tanking, as well as Ben Simmons. I was so frustrated during that time because I was at every game and I checked out too. We're being clowned. I see here, Large Bottom Productions. He says, you mean there ain't going to be an Embiid statue in Philly? Oh, you've got jokes. Okay. Okay. Joey Dixon, one of our love lights, is checking in, as is Joanne Kemp, another love light who shares regroup and refocus. Our beloved Miss Viola, she shares, I'm still listening. She's still here too. She is still here. And Cheryl Brown shares, they are playing neck and neck right now, which they are. So we will see. We're going to see where this goes.
Yeah, absolutely. And the thing is, if they win, I'm all with it. I mean, and it's like, I'm not jumping off the bandwagon or anything like that. No one's jumping off the bandwagon. But you got to play well. You got to play better. That's the bottom line. You have to play better. If you want to win this series, you want to come in here, you want to, win these series, you got to win. And the fans, I think, are frustrated. Fans are frustrated because, one, you're making all this money. That's fine. Anybody make money. I got nothing against money. But for the last couple of years, the Sixers have fielded strong teams. They were number 1 seed a couple of times. And they've laid eggs in the playoffs, and they played terribly. And the fans, I think, are like, here we go again. Yeah, we got Joel Embiid, at a certain level where he can play, but in the end of all this, he's not doing his thing. He's not producing, and the thing is, he's not producing in the way that carries his team. Now, and like I said, and there's no disrespect, no one saying Yeah, he does. He doesn't have an injury, but I think he does need to be the guy. He needs just to carry this team. People keep telling me that's not part of his personality. But even I was reading Keith Pompey's story, and he was saying that look, he can't. Your MVP can't just have 1 point in the fourth quarter of a game, and people are making all kinds of whack excuses. Now the Sixers have cut the lead to 2 right now with 2:40 to go in the third. But the thing about it, but it got me to a point when I was listening because I said something on Facebook and I got all kinds of pushback for what I was saying, and I'm
Well, I mean, it is what it is, though.
Yeah, but
it is what it is. You only spoke fact.
Right, I only spoke the truth that he's the MVP of the league, and if you're the MVP of the league, you got to play. You got to bring it.
He's got to do much better. He has got to do much better. That's the bottom line. Chris, thank you as always. And thank you so much for working diligently to make sure we could see you as well as hear you. We appreciate that.
I don't know what was wrong, but I'm glad.
Listen, the devil was trying to get into every detail tonight because it wasn't just with you. In the first hour, we had some technical issues as well, but guess what? He will never win. He will never win. So, family, Chris, thank you as always. Always. We always enjoy you coming with us. I love our Tuesday nights, our sports wrap up. Family, you know what I'm going to say. Praise God, from whom all blessings flow. I ask that you pray for someone who does not yet know God. Pray for your loved ones. Pray for your enemies and for those in need. Absolutely. Absolutely. Thank you to both of our guests, to Thelma Wright and to Chris Murray. Well, Chris, your family. I mean, well, you both are family, but you're not even a guest. This is just, this is our show. This is what we do. So thank you for working diligently to make sure we could see you. How about that? Special thanks to the entire Word family, especially Nick and Niall. Thank you both for working through the shenanigans of tonight, especially too for all that you do. Happy birthday once again to our love lights, all of our love lights. Family, we're all in this together. So be good to you, but please be good to those around you. Okay, I love you. Yes, I do. But God loves you so much more. Be careful as you go to and fro. Have a great rest of your night. And be sure to join me Monday through Thursday, 7 till 9 p.m. Eastern Time for another edition of Love and Life right here on WURD, Progressive Black Talk Media. Have a good night, family.